Okay, now we're going to graph some of these logarithmic equations. So they're not going to look like parabolas. So on your calculator, you're going to get a new document. And if you don't know how to do that, from the home screen, you go to New Document. Right over here, you can hit the right arrow key, go to New Document, and press Enter. Okay. I had a document open. I don't want to save that. So, no, I don't want to save this. Now, I'm on page 462, and I'm going to graph problem number 33, which is y is equal to 3 to the x. So now, what I'm going to do here is, on my document, I'm going to insert graph. Just go to the insert menu and you'll insert the graph. And f1 of x is equal to, that's your y. So all you really have to do is type in 3 raised to the x and press enter. You'll notice that the exponential function takes 3. If you raise it to any of these powers, you'll get that, and you'll see why these go up very high very fast, because that's what we call exponential growth. Okay, and they want us to also graph another one, so you'll have to use your touchpad to open up show your entry line. So you'll show the entry line and it'll already be set to f2 of x. If you go over here and expand the entry line, you'll see that f1 of x is up here. So now you see this little I over here, you can shut that off or turn it on so you can see it, and so this is how you show them on your display. Let's leave them both on because they want them both graphed on the same axes. So the next one is y is equal to 3 to the x minus 2. So now we're going to type in 3 raised to the, now I have to put parentheses around this x minus 2. X minus 2, right parenthesis, and you'll see that I have the whole quantity in the exponent, and enter. Now you'll see this moves the graph 2 units to the right. Notice what happened is 2 units to the right just took 2 off from, was a subtraction of 2 on the exponent. Now you can grab your label by going down here and grabbing, if it says label, you can grab the label and drag it off, and you can also do that with your red one. And so now if you want to see which one is which, you can also show your entry line, and then you can either turn them off or turn them on here. Okay, now when you're ready to do the next graph, I'm going to collapse the entry line here. All you're going to do is add a page. Well, the add page button is in blue here, so you have to press your control key, add page, and you're going to add a graph. And this is number 34. Y is equal to 3 to the x and then minus 2. So here's our y equals 3 raised to the x. And then we have to hit the tab key or the right arrow key to bring this insertion point right here down to the next, oops, not the tab key. So I have to bring this, go back up here, 3 to the x minus 1. Actually, it was minus 2, sorry. Minus 2, sorry. You have to hit the right arrow key, not the tab key, and press enter. Now that brings that down here. That's f3 of x. And since I changed the exact thing in here, f3 of x is the only one that's going to show up on this page. The other two were back here on page 1.2. So now I'm going to put in f4 of x will be my fourth function that I put. Notice what the 3 to the x took the 3 to the x graph and brought the whole graph down to, which is exactly what you would expect, because here you're actually subtracting 2 from the whole value of 3 to the x, which means everything's going to be brought down 2 units, your y value. So now we're going to graph the next one, which is y is equal to 3 to the x plus 2, and you could imagine that that's going to take it up 2 units above the original graph. 3 to the x, okay, and hit the right arrow this time, maybe I'll get it right, and plus 2 and enter. And it graphs this one above. Notice it took the original graph, which we can look at back here on this page, was right here on the x-axis. Okay, and then when we come up, alright, we'll notice that if we subtract 2, it brought the y value down. We added 2, it took the y value up by 2. Okay, let's add a page. Control document, adds a page. We'll add a graph. And we're going to do number 35. Y is equal to 2 to the x. We've already got our y here as f5 of x. So all I have to type in is 2 raised to the x and enter. And y is y minus 3. So the next problem is given as y minus 3 equals 2 raised to the x minus 4. Well, you're going to have to add 3 to both sides because we've already got y over here and the equal sign comes on your calculator. So to do this problem, what you're going to have to do is add 3 to both sides first. So you can say 3 plus, because it'll become positive when it goes to the right side, 2 raised to the, now parentheses here, x, I don't even know if you need parentheses, come to think about it. Let's try it without it. Because I think you have to hit the tab key. X minus 4. Yeah, it leaves it up there. So you don't need parentheses when you have that compound up there. Binomial. And press enter. Now let's see what this one did. Okay, let's grab our labels and take a look at what these are doing. Okay, this is just your ordinary 2 to the x. Kind of like when we do with y equals x squared, we get that. So this is the exponential 2 to the x, and now we're going to say 2 to the x minus 4, which stretches it out a little bit, and it adds 3 to the y value, so it moves it up 3 units and stretches it out. And when we subtract something from an exponent, you're going to get a smaller number when you raise that to a power, and that's why that stretches that out like that. Okay, and that's how you're going to enter those into the calculator.